Here's some of the best news Tulsa could ever give. American Airlines is continuing to prep its jets for a return to revenue service. With hope of progress against the pandemic and more fully vaccinated people cleared to fly, America needs to get 38 more idle planes ready for revenue flights. Going from park to drive isn't as simple as moving the gear shift in an airliner. It takes careful maintenance, which is what happens at the local American Airlines facility. 8 jets are getting the once over at Tulsa, American's largest maintenance base. The company employs about 5,200 people at its Tulsa International Airport maintenance facility. It's been a major employer for decades. The airline spends about $120 million every year with Oklahoma suppliers and vendors, and American workers here make an average of $120,000 a year, including benefits. Also, American is in the final stages of completing a new sublease with the city's airport trust for its 330-acre base. Work has begun on $550 million worth of upgrades American pledged to Tulsa Ops Tulsa, to Tech to Ops Tulsa in February 2020. Improvements include the central utility plant at $44.9 million, re-roofing of the plating area and reskinning of Hangar 80. Future projects include a new 132,000 square foot base support building and a 193,000 square foot hangar that will hold 2 wide-body aircrafts and replace 2 existing hangars no longer equipped to hold American's current planes fully. Obviously, what's bad for American Airlines is bad for Tulsa, and the pandemic has been bad for American Airlines. Airlines reported an $8.9 million loss and 62% decline in revenue for 2020. At one time, 70 planes were parked at Tech Ops Tulsa. But when American gets more jets in the air, Tulsa's hopes rise too. Ed Sangrico, the newly arrived managing director for the Tulsa base, said recently, "We feel 2021 is going to be a year of building, of transition. Our load factors for spring break were around 80%, which is fantastic," Sangrico said. The bookings are starting to come back to pre-pandemic numbers, which is also fantastic. We welcome Sangrico to town, and we especially welcome his news that American jets are taking off. We're ready to take off too.